Hi, in just 2 days starts the biggest career event in Romania, Angajatori in Bucharest. We will meet on Friday and Saturday. So this Friday and this Saturday at Sala Palatului for an event that's 100% free and is made specifically for you. You can still register now at the link in the comments. So, in today's podcast, we will talk about the importance of an excellent culture within a company, the importance for the employees and for the company itself as well. And our guest today is Alexander Ab, Director of Customer Service at AutoOne Group. How are you doing,
Pleasure.
Alexander?
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for your invitation, Julia.
Our pleasure. So we're very excited to hear what is different at AutoOne Group culture and what makes you stand apart. But before that, I would like to hear a few things about yourself and maybe just tell us some main things about the company as well.
Excellent. Happy to do it. Right. So I'm, like I said, happy to be here. Also, for me, a bit of my background. Originally, I'm also from Southern Germany. I have basically made my career in early days, also mostly in hospitality, worked for a bunch of restaurants and hotels. Did my time also then studying in the Netherlands and moved to Southeast Asia, lived in Southeast Asia for about 6 years, working together also with, for instance, also TripAdvisor, building a restaurant reservation platform, focusing on customer service, first in countries such as Thailand, Singapore, later on also scaling this to other markets, anywhere from Philippines, Korea, Indonesia, all the way to India. And I have a strong passion working with international teams, looking at customer experience, building customer service processes. And after my time there, before the pandemic, I was moving back also to Germany for Uber. So I was looking after Uber Germany in terms of customer service and also the driver partner onboarding. So that was also a very rewarding experience, also working for that fast-growing mobility company, also within the German-speaking market, being connected over the European network. And during the pandemic, I was with Just Eat Takeaway for Germany, more specifically on focusing on the brand Lieferando in food delivery, building up a sales team. And now very recently, for a couple of months, I am with AutoOne in my role as Director Customer Service for Europe, looking after our customer service for our brand, which is in German called Wir kaufen dein Auto. Translated in the local languages, it means we buy your car. So really focusing on providing the best experience for customers to sell also their cars to us. And that's actually a good segue for me to also talk a bit more about the AutoOne Group. Right. So overall, what do we do? I mean, we're a company, we exist over the last more than 10 years. We started as a very ambitious also startup, also in Berlin. We have grown to a company that is now also listed on the stock exchange with over 6,000 people that we have European-wide. We have operations in more than 30 countries, also in Europe and beyond. And we have a very diverse and international team. So also within all of our teams, we have over 90 different nationalities that we're doing. And overall, as a company, we also strive just to provide the best way for our customers to buy and to sell their cars online. I think this is what it boils down to in the end, because we have seen that especially the used car market is something that a lot of people have some problems engaging with. There's a lot of things that is not easy to engage when going to car dealers, but we really want to take away this. We want to provide more transparency also within the market, really focus on transparency, better customer experience for customers to have a convenient way to sell their cars, but also buy new cars, buy used cars also then with us, also across Europe. So that's in a nutshell, I think, about AutoOne, and I'm happy to tell you more about the culture as we go.
Yes, well, that's quite a vast experience to have, and as well a really cool service that AutoOne is offering. So I am curious now, because we're talking about the culture within the company. What inspired AutoOne to focus on building an excellent company culture?
I think what inspired us is really knowing about that collaboration also between the different teams also is adding a lot of value also to the customer experience, to everybody who is engaging with us on different levels, maybe through marketing, through sales, through customer service, but also in all the other teams, right? So the culture is really at the essence also of what we do and what is important also for us to provide a good working environment also for people, where people feel appreciated, but we're also challenging ourselves, right, to question also what we're doing and to provide meaningful impact also on the customer experience, but also for everybody who is joining us. I think that's why it's important for us, knowing that employee experience is having a very, very strong impact on also then customer experience, people also engaging with us, enabling us also to grow. And people are also much more creative, right, in an environment where they feel empowered, where they feel happy also to work. So, and that creativity obviously helps us together with different teams that we have within marketing, product, also customer service, customer journey, to bring that creativity to better customer experiences also for our customers to grow as a company even further.
Yes, I think how they say, happy employees, happy company.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What do you think is the most critical factor in creating a positive work environment for the employees?
Yes, I was thinking about this, and it's something that I'm always like challenging myself also to improve also over time. And I don't think that there is one single factor also that is impacting that. It's a more combination of different things, right? So for me, it's about very clear expectations both ways between like also the team members, their managers, but also between different teams, aligned missions, open communication, ownership for processes, for projects that you're also responsible for, but that also in combination with appreciation, celebrating wins that we have as a team, and then also strive and hit those ambitious targets that we do have as a team to grow even further. I think this is a good mix, a recipe for an important positive work culture that I try to celebrate.
Yeah, I definitely believe that too. I'm curious, are there some specific examples of how the company has fostered an excellent culture? Is there anything that you can give us, maybe some secrets behind the curtains?
Sure, sure. Happy to do it where I can. So I think something that we do on a on a daily basis almost, right, is a lot of testing also. I mean, what we call also like A/B testing, trying different ways on how we approach certain challenges also that we have within the business, how we can also be better also. So we're very clear, we have very clear communication in terms also of our targets, and to see how we can do better for our teams, but also better for our customers, challenges us every week to improve that, right? So that goes into collaboration between different teams. When we talk about the operations, there's a lot of logistics also that are happening for us, but also customer service, marketing, sales, anything that is happening also online. But also all together with our product teams, tech teams, our people teams that we have in combination, that we work together on our bigger mission, also providing the best service for our customers, but also specifically is team events. Obviously, I mean, this is something that I think a lot of companies are talking about, right? Trying to improve also on culture. We also celebrate this also on an ongoing basis. So we also try to have this to bring people together, right? Have them celebrated, especially in a time over the last 2-3 years where more and more companies have gone like remote and like completely staying disconnected. We try to also combine it basically to both worlds, that we say it's still important for us to be connected, to be in the office, and to also celebrate those wins together, to feel the mission together and have that energy, that hustle to accomplish our goals, but at the same time also embracing the flexibility that obviously remote work brings. So I think also on this discussion, also it's more about finding the right balance depending on the team activities between like in-office work, remote work, and then also celebrating the time that we have together in the office.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think working remotely or even hybrid, it doesn't give you as much the chance to really get to know your colleagues well and build those
Exactly.
relationships. So team building activities are favorites,
Yeah.
are my favorite events.
Yes.
Um, we've in the beginning of the month we had the event happening in Timișoara, and we had a little quiz, if I can call it, an activity at the
Yes.
Hipo stand, where we were asking people to vote what's the most important thing for them when they look for a job. And the most important by far was selected opportunities for development and growth
Yes.
provided by the company. So I was curious, how do you ensure employees have these opportunities for professional development?
Yes, I think we do a couple of things like in a more structured approach, but also something that happens very naturally also within organizations. I mean, I think the more structured approach that we for career development have is something that we also twice a year we have annual reviews, right? So we're checking also on the performance, on how everybody is doing. Are they still satisfied with also their current also task and chances they're handling, or do they want to move on? So then supporting them together with our people team, together with our learning and development team to find avenues for personal career progression. But also something I think that also is something exciting within Auto1. We are a company that still very much also embraces a startup, a dynamic environment that we want to get better, right? And there is no business as usual, but there's really a lot of growth, a lot of potential for new projects, for new opportunities. And as we go, obviously, we see potential of different people also being excited about maybe certain projects. And then we want to bring them in a position to take a lead also on a project to work on, let's say, their data science skills, for instance, their communication skills, their time management skills, which can then also help them to further progress either within the company to more senior roles or also progress outside of the company. So I think it's important that we have those structures in the annual reviews, but we also very naturally have it on an ongoing basis every month, every quarter, that we do have new projects that we're trying out where people get the chance to also bring in their skills and then also grow their skills.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And specifically for people that are at the beginning, let's say in beginning career,
Yes.
where they have just started their career within the company, how do they integrate in the company? I'm just curious. Often
Yeah.
people wonder, okay, I will apply to the jobs, but if I'm selected, what's going to happen in the first month? Because that's the period where people are most nervous about.
Exactly, right. I mean, it's something that's also, I think, referred to as like the honeymoon period. It's exciting,
Yeah.
but it's also, you don't really know what is coming also your way. And I was fortunate enough over the last 10, 15 years to build a lot of different teams and also bring that experience also to my job also here at Auto1. And something that we do in a very structured way is the onboarding, depending on, I would say, what the role is, on how complex the task is. There is a very structured onboarding program that people are going through just to get to know also the systems, the different stakeholders, our approach, the processes. And then slowly they will be also then put in a position where they're starting then to also do the activity by themselves, or also shadowing other employees who have been doing the activity also in the past, learning best practices from their colleagues, right? So there's kind of like a buddy system that we do have, that they can work together with more seniors. But obviously they also have then their team managers who can support them also with guidance, with a focus on different priorities. And we do also have trainers available that can also then come in and also support further with on-the-job training as we go. But we also believe very much in also on-the-job training. We are very, I would say, pragmatic company. We would like that people also get to know also what they're doing as fast as possible. And we're not staying very theoretical for a long time. But obviously there is a period, a couple of days, couple of weeks in the beginning where we have to go through this onboarding period. But it's very, very important, obviously, because the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, they will determine on how successful people can be. And we really want to make sure that people are shining in those new opportunities after the candidate has spent a lot of time getting to know us, but we also got to know also then the people also who joined us. And we want to make sure that at least so many of them also are succeeding and finding then their passion also within the role and success that they've chosen with us.
Yes, I agree that both get to know each other, the employee, and then the employer gets to know the employee as well.
Exactly.
Um, so let's just say that now, we spoke quite a bit about the culture within the company, and people might
Yes.
think, well, this sounds like a really cool company, and I would like to apply. But they're
Yes.
wondering, what's the job application process? What's the process of recruiting?
Yes. And I think also here, I think it's important to set the right expectations, because this is also in my experience always, I mean, the satisfaction comes with like meeting and exceeding those expectations, right? So I also want to be
Yes.
very clear here also with everybody listening to the podcast. It depends also obviously on the roles that are applied to. More senior roles are a bit more elaborative, obviously, when it comes to like the whole interviewing process. But in general, also, we invite everybody to go to our career page also and just browse for the right opportunities for them. If they find something that they're excited about, even if they maybe feel like maybe I'm just a 70 or 80% fit for the role, we invite everybody to apply, right? And then we have our talent acquisition team to like review also their CVs, seeing also if they're a good fit for this role, for the team. So that's always a consideration, that we not only look at professional skills, but also culture fit, team fit. That is important also for us. And then usually there's a quick conversation with our talent acquisition team also on the phone. And then we move into like a hiring manager interview. And after that, depending on the role, we plan a quick visit to our on-site, so people also get to know also the location, where will they be working, they can see the office space. Are people are happy actually there, or are people are walking around with a frown on their face and they don't really want to work in an environment, just to avoid that there is no disillusion happening right within their first day or two, because I've seen this also in the last few years. A lot of people have been hired and have never seen the office and then become very disappointed within their first week or two. And this is something we're trying to avoid, offering also those office invites, just meeting also then their potential future employer, their bosses, right, their colleagues, which can give them a better onboarding experience. But also here specifically also for the event in Bucharest, and my attention obviously on customer service, we aim for a time not more than 7 days from the time that people are applying actually to us to do the conversations, meet us in the office, until they know if it's something that fits for them, that fits for us, and then move to an offer. So we're really trying to make this as seamless as possible, but at the same time also providing the necessary insights to take an informed decision for the candidates and for us.
That's really interesting. And I mean, I'm not sure if you have this information. I'm going to ask you either way, just so
Sure.
to make it clear for those listening. So the jobs that you have available at the event at Angajatori in Bucharest, are those jobs for Romania, where they would have to move to a different office?
So maybe a bit more insight also on this. So right now, focusing on the event that is happening also on Friday and Saturday, we're especially looking for people who have a broad skill set in customer service, but also have a background in sales, which could be interesting. And the office that we do have is located also in the city center, also of Bucharest. It's very easy to get to also from a nearby metro station. And we're looking for people, especially German speakers, French speakers, but also Dutch, Belgium, and Netherlands speakers, or so Dutch speakers also that are there. So it's support basically for a lot of different countries also from our office in Bucharest. And yes, anybody who has some background also customer service, sales, and either is trying to level up from his current opportunity, or we're also very much new joiners, right? People who have maybe just had half a year, 1 year, 2 years of experience, and they're not sure about what they want to do next. We very much also welcome them also to get to know us. But yes, in this event, we're focusing mostly on customer service employees, also for people who are excited to join us and speak also other languages such as German, French, Spanish, Dutch.
Yes, for sure. At the stand during the event, the company representatives can give quite a bit of details of the different positions and languages.
Yes.
So I just encourage everyone to just go to the stand and talk to the people that are there. They're very friendly people. They are there to help
Yes.
you. And as you were saying before, I think we as people, not all of us, but majority tend to underestimate ourselves. So even if you think you might not be 100% right for a position, either way, talk to the representative, and then you will
Yes.
find out.
Exactly. I mean, this is very, very sorry to say, and Julia, but also I think that's also very important for people, right? Because you don't need to be scared, right? We're also there to like coach you, to support you. And that's the whole point, right? Also of a good culture, also to support you, even if you feel like you're not exactly have that background, but you're interested in a career also in this way. We strongly encourage you also getting to know us and to see maybe it's a fit of a career that you were not planning, but you were meant to have also then in the future if you look back in a couple of years.
Yes, exactly. So to end, I'm curious, what message would you like to convey to those attending the event on Friday and Saturday?
Yes, I mean, honestly, I think mostly it's about fun and exchange, right? So this is something where I would look forward also, like I said, also unfortunately, I'm not going to be there at the event, but my team is going to be present. And just to get to know us also, we're at booth 82, where you can find us also at the event on Friday and Saturday. Have a conversation with us, learn more about the different opportunities that we do have available. We will also have our hiring managers there, right? So you can speak directly with the people who are actually also doing the job already. So you will not have any middlemen in between, but you can get direct information from the team who's already managing the customer service activities. Just seeing also if there's a good vibe, if you feel happy also then together working with them, because these are the people that you would also work with on a daily basis. So I would just encourage everybody, get to know all the amazing companies who are going to attend the event. And yeah, looking forward also meeting also then lots of the people also that are joining in. For me, even though I'm not based also in Bucharest, I'm based in Berlin, Germany, but it's also one of my personal missions to get to know everybody who is also joining in. So eventually for the people who are then deciding to join us, you will meet me also, obviously, then also within your first week, also within joining on board. We'll have an introduction call also together. So yes, I just wanted to thank everybody also for taking the time listening into this podcast. And I'm very much looking forward also seeing many, many people also attend the event and then eventually also joining our team as we go. But thank you so much, Julia, also for the invite. And it was a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes, it was my pleasure as well. Thank you for those that were listening. And of course, you cannot miss the event. It's happening this Friday and Saturday. On Friday, we'll see you there from 10 to 6 p.m. and on Sunday from 10 to 5 p.m. You can still register, and it is 100% a free event. And as Alexander was saying, company representatives are there to help you, support you. So you couldn't ask more than that. So we hope to see you soon there, and have a wonderful day.